glasses aren't reflecting the wrong way. That is quite the statement.
Yeah. If I have them straight out, the light's going to come right off of them. But I told him like that, and now,
yep,
you can see my eyes and not flashes of white light because I am not a zombie or under hypnotic control. At least not yet.
So if a pilot becomes a zombie, does he go after planes?
No, but if they're vegetarian, they go after grains.
If they're an engineer, trains.
Oh my gosh.
And if they work in a laundromat, stains.
Yes! Yes.
Or if they do woodworking.
Grains, stains.
Is it okay if I post the link to the Disorderly Dice onto the post?
Oh, yeah,
like, can anyone join it?
Absolutely, it's open invite. Yeah, it's just discord.disorderlydice.com. Yeah, and we're family friendly. They won't be an issue whatsoever. Okay, so.
Yep, I need to change my background.
Yeah, and I know Zephyr, and I think he's with his sister this weekend, so he told me how he wants to have his character played out, so that's going to be easy. So
Heal who needs healing.
Well, it's going to be interesting.
That's so many wrenches I can throw at you, though. That's my goal.
Yes. And I should probably bring up my Word document that I made with this, or did I print it out? Please tell me.
Oh crap, I need to open up. Good thing I changed computers back.
I did not print it out, so, well, whatever. Let's just go this route.
This is session 6.
Yes, it is. Chasing Kevin, now with more screaming. And hopefully someone's crying at the end of this.
Probably you.
Oh, I'm hoping not. But
just don't kill my character.
Oh, I'll leave that. That's all solely up to you. Oh, speaking of that, I need dice. Where's my?
Just have a backup to Boxy come for revenge.
What happens when you... I think I only need a D20 today. Pretty sure that's all I need. If I need more, I'll get up... Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I've got us audio live right now. I'm going to go ahead and bring us over to video live.
Where's my character sheet?
Okay, and we should be video live. Okay. Okay. So, who wants to recap last session 3 weeks ago? And being that, go for it. Fire away.
So, our group decided to go help the little old lady down on Umbridge Hill. And we stumbled upon a manticore attacking her house. So we went to go attack it and ended up making, best friends, because that's how life works.
Well, attempting to make friends. You're still in the taming phase.
Yeah, we fed it and it liked us. And then we tried to convince the lady to come back with us, and she was very, very stubborn and refused to come. So it was just us and the manticore all heading back to town when the manticore decided he didn't like going back to town and flew off, where I went with him because I can't leave my buddy. Dave jumped off and 2 people are following me and the other 2 are standing there going, what in the heck?
Plus, we had the written missive from the lady saying that she will come to town in a few days when she gets some things ready.
Yeah, crazy old lady.
Crazy old lady. Yeah, that's pretty much, that sums it up. So, well, as the session stands, you've got, as stated, Lashira is on the manticore, trying to hang on. Gray and Dave. So let's go. So you've got the manticore flying over here. He's probably at this point 60 or 70 feet up. When you guys came down from the hill, or from Umbridge Hill, you're traveling in this direction. So you're kind of heading that north. You came from the south. You're heading north. Right now, you have Valcor and Zeph running after Kevin and Lashira. Oh, that's going to be interesting because neither one of them are here. Boy, I'm going to have a split personality today. And then you have Gray and Dave right over here trying to figure out what's going on. So, let's do this. Why did you not finish printing? Okay, fine then. Well, I guess I'm going off computer for this one. So, let's start with Lashira. You are approximately 70 feet in the air. You are trying to hang on to Kevin as he's flying south. You're not sure exactly where, but you know he's heading south towards the mountains.
You just said north.
You guys were heading north.
Oh, okay.
He's heading south. Okay. So if you know when you pull up the map of this region, the Sword Coast and the mountains are south of Phandalin. Okay. So here's what I need you to do. I need you to make an athletics or acrobatics check, your pick, to stay on Kevin.
Up and away.
I'll do athletics.
My beautiful
Okay.
manticore.
Jeez.
Oh, I'm gonna die. I got a 7.
Okay.
Can I like use my whip real quick and like use it to kind of grab onto something I'm holding from the whip?
I will allow it if you make an 18 or higher on it.
On what, athletics?
If you're using your whip to get onto Kevin, that's a roll to hit. Because you're trying to wrap it around him.
All right, I'm using a different dice. Dang it! That I got an 11.
And that's with your modifier? Like, if you're making an attack roll?
Wait, where's the modifier at on that? With the whip, that's +5. Oh, I got a 16.
Yeah, you missed. So, you are now falling. You are 70 feet, roughly, in the air. Here's where things get fun now. Let's just double check my distances. Oh, you're 60 feet. Okay. Every 10 feet that you fall, upon landing, you do 1d6 worth of damage. So, I was not expecting to have to roll dice.
Don't kill me.
Oh, it's not up to me whether you die or not.
I thought my arms were like wrapped around that thing, so it's more of a strength check than an athletics thing.
That's the reason why I gave you the choice of athletics or acrobatics, because athletics uses strength. Acrobatics.
My athletics is a +5. My acrobatics is only +3.
Okay, so I have here 6d6s. This is going to tell how much damage. In fact, let's do it this way.
Nat 1, nat 1, nat 1, nat 1.
Okay, well, let's go here. 66s. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm going to roll on screen, so that way everyone can laugh at. Ready? Flick.
1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
You take 17 points of falling damage.
I live!
Okay. The other thing is, upon landing, you are knocked prone, because obviously you just fell a very long ways. So, status prone. and Gray, you're far enough back where you can still... Come on, flip this around. Why are you not rolling around? You can see the manticore. You just saw something fall from the manticore. What are you guys doing?
Well, Gray can't do anything else, so he's just going to go ahead and do a full dash.
Okay.
To try to close the distance as quickly as he can.
Okay, so you're right about here, going around. So going around the mountain, you're looking at about 300 feet. So, it takes you 10-20 seconds to get to her at a full run. Mm-hmm. If my math is right off the top of my head.
His speed is 30, so that sounds about
30, 60. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, if he's doing your full dash.
Okay, so let's go.
His action and bonus action.
Where you at? You're right.
Because I can do the dash with cutting action. I can do dash with my bonus action, so I can get there pretty quick.
All right. Zeph, he sees the fall, and he's a little bit ahead of you, Gray, when you get there. No, let's see. Where are you at? That's Velcor. These two are immediately running over. Okay, let's put you right there. Okay. Cookie. So he is Lashira. Without telling me what your HP's at, think of it like if you're wrestling someone and you know they're hurt. What do you look like to someone else as far as, like, are you extremely bloodied, bruised? If you get up and walk, are you hobbling a lot?
I don't even know if I can fully get up to walk. I think I would have broken my legs. So maybe I can kind of push myself into an upright position, but I am scratched up real bad. I'm bruised. I probably am bleeding a bit. Along with that, maybe concussion. Okay,
so you're still above zero. That's okay. But you're able to get up. It's just someone would notice that you hurt a lot.
Yeah, I'm severely hurt.
Okay. So, Mr. Zephyrin, what does he have for spells? Let's see here. Sacred Flame. So he's gonna do with his benevolence. He looks down at you, kind of shakes his head, and goes, "Was it worth it?" Oh. All right. Well, we'll leave that train of thought. Oh, so we'll leave that train of thought with Zeph and the interaction with Lashira. Dave, you just saw Lashira drop, and you saw Gray take off running. Are you gonna head back to town, or are you gonna come after the other ones? You're muted.
There we go. I will go. I'll follow. I think that would make a lot of sense to follow.
Okay. So with your movement speed, it takes you an extra 10-15 seconds. You're coming up right as Zeph is going, "Was it worth it?" Lashira?
It would if I could have stayed on. He's a hurting animal. His heart hurts. I wanted to help. And have manticore friends.
All right. So he's gonna go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on you. For that's really sad. 7 points of healing. Use the first level spell slot for 7 points of healing out of a maximum of like 19. Oof. Alright. Valcor just grunts and goes dumb. So as a group, you at this point now, the Manticore's probably gone another 150, 200 feet south with his flying speed. Are you guys continuing to chase after him, knowing what you know about Manticores? Or are you going to head back to Phandalin as a group to turn the job in?
I am ready to go back to town.
I would totally go back to town. Can I heal myself too?
You can heal yourself if you've got that ability to.
I do. I have spells and medical kit. Mending or cure wounds. Oh, I can do cure wounds. It's my new one.
All right.
Which one of you is a D8? Okay.
The sharp pointy one that looks like 2d4s put together.
Does not look like 2d4s put together.
Well, yeah. All right.
I need 2 of them. So 2d8 plus 2.
Yes. Or you could just roll it twice to add them together.
This way was funner.
Yeah. Shiny math rocks.
Yeah, I got 12 points. I'm full health again.
Okay. So let me.
Are we ready to head back to town now, or are we going to perhaps try to find a beholder and turn it into a lapdog?
That would be fun.
My gosh. I'm the
like a
floor is
bodyguard.
yours.
We
As
can
I
go
help
back
with-
to town.
As Gray helps Lashira up to their feet to help so we can get moving to town.
Okay. Well, that totally derailed my entire plans for the session. So,
Oh,
okay.
that's so sad. Look, facepalm. We wrenched you so fast.
All because you rolled really poor. Well, just to give you a sneak peek of what you guys would have seen if you went after Kevin.
Water.
Oh, shit.
Ignore the water on the backside, but this is where you guys would have gone. The kind of if on the map of the Sword Coast, if you were to zoom in by where the G is in Nomengard, that's about where this is.
Oh,
So, I'll be back, she says. Alright, so you guys were, I said, what, about a third of the way between Umbridge Hill and Phandalin, which meant that you had about another 5-ish mile journey off the top of my head. So we're going to go with that. The last 5 miles takes you about, you're probably guessing about 2 hours or so. Everything goes relatively well. Did any of you guys, as characters, make any mental notes of the approximate direction that the Manticore is going, or are you guys just deciding to say, well, we'll try again later? Or just
I
have a
did.
good life?
I was
Okay.
trying to hone in to see
Okay.
from on the ground at least. And based off of where we were facing when I fell, I would have like just because he looked like he was going on a straight line. So I would have just
Yes.
kind of watched to see.
So what I'm going to have you do is, because you wanted to make a note of that, roll a perception check.
16.
Okay. Not quite a perfect, but that's a pretty good score. So you have a general idea. You've from where you guys were at, he still has another like 10 miles of flight. You're guessing it's probably gonna take him another, at his flight speed, which is, you know, double your walking speed about. Even with full dash, it's, you know, he's fast. You know it's probably going to take him about an hour to 2 hours to get where he wants to go, assuming that he stays going in that straight line. Okay? With him being already 70 or 80 feet up, he's not quite to the top of the trees, but he, you know, pretty level with, you know, where you can have that clear view. Okay. So let's see here. Let's get this guy spun around as you come into the south side of Phandalin. You know, you come down that kind of that familiar pathway and make your way over. Valcor looks at the group and goes, "Been good, but no need to barbarian. If you ever need help, send messenger." And you just kind of see her make her way towards the inn, you know, with any of the loot that she's had. Zephyrin goes, "How long was she with you?" Not long, I'm assuming?
No, we hadn't been together for too long, only a few days.
Okay, well, hopefully she finds peace with it, whatever's needed. So let's go ahead and I'm going to pull you guys over here. Get over here, Gray's over here, she is over here, Zephyr's right over here. I'm going to leave Valcor, and I'm actually going to go this route, and I'm just going to hide Valcor. Shelby, if you watches this, thank you for joining us for the last 5 sessions plus all of Chains of the Forsaken. Sadly, she has some family priorities that need to be cared for, and family always comes first. Alright. As you guys come into Phandalin, don't laugh at me. You can laugh with me, though. Are you guys heading to turn the job in right away? Is there anything that you guys want to do as you come up to that main corner? You guys were doing Umbridge Hill. Okay. So, Town Master.
Gray would probably head straight towards to turn it in.
Okay. Dave's all about collecting the dollars, so I'm gonna go turn that job in.
Alright. So as you walk over to the job board, you see Harbin's actually out there, he's looking at the last job out there, and he's like, "Well, did you guys have any luck with your last bounty?"
Well, she appreciates the concern. She wasn't quite ready to leave yet, so she said she would need a couple of days to get things gathered, and she'll come here on her own in the next 3 to 4 days, I believe she said.
That doesn't surprise me. She's always been a little bit of a hermit. Doesn't like always coming to town. People go to her all day long, but
she did give us this message to give to you.
He examines the note and he sees the the impression, that authentication that she put on. He goes, well, not forged. I've had a couple people where they've tried forging this type of note, but this is definitely in her handwriting. Well, you still went and you gave her the warning. She decided to be stubborn, which is not uncommon of her. So I at least might as well pay up. And he quickly goes in the house and for 30-40 seconds comes back and he gives the group a coin purse that he goes, well, here's the 25 gold that was promised. Do with it as you wish. And
all right, so I take it's like, okay, now who's holding the community coffer again?
I don't know if it was designated on who's holding it. I just have a party inventory.
which AK means it's you.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I missed it. Evan was beeping at me.
Out of character, don't trust Gray with it.
Okay. You can trust me with it as long as I don't fall out of the sky.
Yes, hopefully
Again.
we don't have that happen again. And I hand the bag of 25 gold to you.
25 gold. Okay, thank you.
You're lucky that you reminded me just now that you had the community coffer. Otherwise, I would have rolled to see how much gold you would have lost upon landing.
I throw things at the DM.
That'd be a really impressive throw from North Carolina to Minnesota.
You only got like 2 months and I can throw it in person.
That is true. That is very much true.
Alright, that's fixed.
Alright. So as he hands you the gold and he goes, Harbin looks and he goes, well, I suppose being that you guys are in the money making business, there is one more job on the job board that needs to be done. Is that something you guys would want to do? And let's pull up my right here, and this goes.
I believe that's the one with the dwarves, right?
Yes, and I didn't edit my image, so let's just go to here, job board 1, alt this, and there. And let's go ahead and just mute Icespire in the background. So as you look at it, I've got it on the Twitch, but if you want, I can re-upload the image to the Discord so you guys can read it.
Yeah, I can see it on Discord.
Okay. That makes me happy. For those on Twitch, or go ahead and read it out loud, whoever wants to.
Dwarven
prospectors found ancient dwarven ruins in the mountains southwest of here, and have been working in archaeological digs seeking treasure and relics. They need to be warned that a white dragon has moved into the area. Take the warning to them, then return to Townmaster Harbin Wester to collect a reward of 50 gold pieces.
Holy crap.
Nothing like making a little bit of money, correct? So here,
Yes, and Gray is open to earning as little money as, or as much money as anyone.
Maybe we can get a pet mimic there.
Dave's always ready for another job.
Dave's always ready for another job. So here's the fun part. So with Dragon of Icespire Peak, the first 3 jobs that get completed reward you right away, not only with gold, but a level up.
We get a level again?
Yes, so that's the reason why I had you guys set it to milestone-based leveling instead of XP-based. Which actually, ironically enough, I prefer milestone-based over XP because if you think about it, if a wizard goes to school to learn how to be a wizard, they would just go in all day long and say, yep, we're going to go kill rats all day long. Whatever doesn't kill you gives you XP.
All right, so
You
to
RuneScape
level,
player.
so we go to level 3.
Yep. go to level 3. I'm going to level up. Oh man, just Zeph, I'll at least do a basic level with him, and then I'll let him roll his own stuff.
Cool. Oh, I get to choose an archetype.
Yeah. Actually, let's just do this.
Oh, geez, I have to actually look up what these things are.
Are we doing core rules or expanded rules or both?
You can do either core or expanded. So I'm not gonna limit to just one type or the other.
Okay.
So let's see here. Roll for. If you go to level up HP and you roll a 1, re-roll. I don't, Yeah, I will let him roll his thing because I just rolled 2 1s in a row in game.
Cool.
Actually, I just rolled a 7. So you know what? I'm not gonna be that meanie that this is roll a 1. Okay, so I'm gonna make a note for Zeph.
All right, I chose Mastermind.
Okay.
For my archetype.
Level up. 7 HP. Did nothing else. Lashira, for that gold, did you divvy it out among everyone, or did you just put it right in the coffer?
That I just threw in the coffer, I guess. Okay. Right now. I just I didn't even think about the divvy thing. I just put it in the coffer.
Okay, yeah, that's not a problem because you think now with Valcor, leaving the group, you could straight up divide it by 5, and then.
Oh, that's true.
So. Yeah, it's not. That's just,
I mean, we can always divvy it up in a second.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know.
My goodness.
Oh my goodness.
I has to figure things out. I think Sky.
All right. And I just expanded my languages to include Dwarven and Gnomish now.
Ooh. I know who was I talking? I was playing with someone during a level up, and they had a level up where they learned like 3 languages, and by the time they were level 5, they knew like 7 or they knew like 9 languages. I'm like, holy cow! What feat did you take for that?
Master Tactics. I can use the help action as a bonus action. When I use the help action to aid an ally in attacking a creature, the target of that attack can be within 30 feet of you if you can see it, or if it can see or hear you.
Jeez. That's crazy.
Subclasses are fun.
Yes, they can be.
I'm a beast master.
Oh.
Where was that a few turns ago?
Right.
I know. Well, if I had leveled up before, it wasn't even an option before. I want a pet.
I just increased my animal handling, so it's terrible timing.
I don't know. I can't increase it. It only gave me the option to choose a subclass. Is that normal?
Let's see here. Let me... Because you should be level 3, correct? So let's go here. And let's take a look at this. So, manage character levels. At level 3, under class. So every class has slightly different ways. So like some people, when they level up, they can increase a stat, an ability score. Some people have to add a subclass. So like in your case, you added Beastmaster, which allows you to have you can magically summon a beast. I know like level 2, when I was a paladin, level 3, I think I chose a fighting style. The other thing is make sure that if you have spells, like as a ranger you have spells now, make sure there's not any other ones that you want to add.
Is there a limit to how many spells I can have on there? Because it says prepared spells, and I only have the 3 because the last one let me add another one onto it.
You can add up to right now you can have up to 4.
Oh, sweet.
So you can add a 4th one.
Should add animal friendship, make it over the top.
All right. So that's one of those where sometimes I tend to forget. So great. Well, you said you added 2 new languages and a feature and a feat. I'm guessing
And
that.
let's see. I added the 2 languages. I added expertise with dice set, as well as becoming master of tactics.
Nice. Okay, so let's go here. Excellent.
So, including Thieves' Cant, I speak 5 languages, maybe even with some skill.
So you're saying you're talkative.
So, Gray, for the people that don't know, what is Thieves' Cant?
Thieves' Cant is a special language of words and symbols that you can communicate in secretly to others who know it without anyone else realizing what's going on. It's hand movements, symbols, sounds, all sorts of things.
Yep, it's kind of a cool thing. During the Fall of Red Dawn, we had this joke that this was Thieves' Cant for help or surprise. Okay, and then Dave, what did you grab on your level up?
I added to my animal handling, and let's see, I can now do an opportunity attack. What was the last thing? There was I added my subclass Path of a Berserker?
Yep.
Berserker?
Ooh,
Path of the
nice.
Berserker.
Yeah. So now I have Frenzy.
And you have a ton of HP at this point, I'm guessing.
Oh, I guess I didn't even look. Yeah. I mean, feels like a good amount. Yeah, I got 36, so.
You've had a couple of decent rolls.
How did you add your animal handling and stuff? Was that an option to add onto it? Because I don't have any skill leveling things ever.
It was just an option that I could choose to add skill points.
Okay, my thing's starting to lag. Oh, I only have the option to manage HP, but.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, the higher levels you may be able to add that as abilities. So that changes by race and class. Okay. So right now you left Nomengard in the morning. Right after you guys were attacked. It's probably about noon. So sun's high in the sky. And let's go back to here and back to the map. Where are you hiding? Map
The
the
Beastmaster thing, is it an actual summon thing, or do I have to go make a friend? Because right now it's giving me attack stats and stuff on it.
Let me take a gander. So with
Can I use them as utility too?
I believe so.
Cool.
Okay, so let's double check the Beastmaster. I think it's a summon that you can do, but Beast Bond features and traits.
Yeah, it looks like a summon because it auto restores its health.
Primal Companion. Yep, you magically summon a primal beast and choose its stat block. Beast of the land, beast of the sea, or beast of the sky. You determine the kind of animal it is, choosing a kind that is appropriate to the stat block, and whatever beast you choose, it bears primal markings to indicate its supernatural origin. The beast is friendly to you and your allies, obeys your command, and vanishes if you die. So, in combat, the beast acts during your turn. It can move and use its own reaction, but only takes the dodge action unless you take a bonus action to command it to use an action. So, what that means is during your bonus action phase, you can tell the beast to attack. Otherwise, it just dodges. You can also tell the beast to act as your shield, and instead of you taking the damage, it could try to jump in your place. But pretty much what it allows is you can take an attack, and you can say attack, and then it can take another attack.
Cool.
Okay. The other thing is, if the beast dies within the last hour, if the beast died within the last hour, you can take a magic action to touch it and expend a spell slot, and then after a minute, which is 10 rounds of combat, the beast returns with all of its HP restored. So, in combat, when all of you guys are going around, that's actually a 6-second turn. So, when it says a minute, that means 10 full rounds of combat. Okay? So if you're tracking things, like, hey, if this lasts an hour, that's 3,600 rounds.
Holy crap!
I think. Wait, 10 rounds? No, it's 600 rounds. Excuse me. I was thinking seconds in an hour. So it's it's a lot of. But if it only lasts a minute, you'll want to keep track of how many rounds. The 10 rounds. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so with it being noon, let's get rid of this dice. Because I don't. Goodbye. Gnomengarde for you, or the Dwarven Excavation is. Let's pull up that map and zoom in, because the web browser version never lets you zoom in. And I'll pull up the map on Twitch, that way everyone can see what I'm looking at. Map. And go over here. And I need to settings. Save. I just gotta download the map, that's all I gotta do. That's all I'm gonna do is just download it. And let's go save image as. One of these days I'll just make life easy and just... Oh, I already got it. So let's go here. And images. Media file. Nope. Not a media file because it's not a video or sound. Sword Coast. Like things I wasn't expecting to do today for 1,000. Bring this guy down so it's not so large.
Yeah, that wasn't a fun wrench. I wanted a different style of wrench.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get back to... Nope. And I'll just go up. Yeah, we're not down to that part yet. And I can make this guy a little bit bigger. That's pretty close. Tailspire. This map. What is going on with my... Okay. Alright, so when you look at where Phandalin is versus the Dwarven Excavation, you know that you're going to be in for a relatively long walk. again, each of those hex squares, when you pull them up, are the equivalent to 5 miles. So from Vandalin down to the excavation, especially if you go by the crow flies, you're talking 5, 10, roughly 15 miles. It's not quite as far as Nomengard was, as you went around the Umbridge Hill, which was like 17, 18 miles. It's still, if you're walking 3 miles an hour, it's a 5-6 hour journey. And it's about noon right now. I suppose I should probably mark you. You're no longer prone. Alright. So I will turn the floor over to you guys. Let you decide, how do you handle the current scenario? You have a job, you're down a team member, but you have the ability to make some more money.
So I guess the question is, do we leave now or do we wait and do it in the morning?
I say we leave now because we can get the job done sooner.
I have no problem with that.
There's no reason to really wait around town. There's nothing we need. I think we're set on supplies still. Oh, but no one to pull the wagon anymore.
I think we could go without the wagon.
So we can turn that wagon in real quick and then head out. You can get your 2 gold back.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Hopefully we get our deposit back, or your deposit back anyway.
Yeah, so I run over and just return their wagon real quick. I'm like super fast about it.
Well, when you go to turn it in, the lady in charge comes out and she's like, well, were you able to get it fixed as agreed upon, or are you just returning in the same condition?
I believe we fixed it.
Didn't someone work on it last time?
Yeah, I got
Before
it
we
all
headed out?
repaired.
Yeah, so it's bad, good as new.
So she comes out, she takes a look around, she's inspecting, she goes, well, you did fix it. Well, I guess a deal's a deal. You borrowed it, you fixed it, and she reaches into her pocket and gives you the 3 gold that she originally promised. So you have your 2 gold to deposit and the 1 gold to fix.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime if you want to borrow something and return it in better shape. So,
Well then, shall we get going?
let's go
On to the
this.
next job.
Let's go this route, because one of the things I need to do anytime that you guys leave is 16. Okay, so that's where he's at. So let's do this. There it is. Okay. So left Vandalin. Again. Location. Okay. Nothing that you guys got to worry about there.
DM rolls dice and tells us not to worry.
Yeah. Okay, and let's just double check my own sanity. Inland quest, follow quest, I don't gotta worry about that.
Sanity roll? We're doing Call of Cthulhu now?
Yeah, I've actually never done that one. I've heard it's a lot of fun though. So let's go this route. I'm gonna roll a percentile dice. And if I roll over a 75, your travels are nice and smooth. Like, it was as perfect could get. Okay? And I just overfluck it. Fluck. 77. So yes, travel is good. Sure, when I wanted to roll bad. Okay, so right now it is that, so 15 through miles. So it took you about 5.5 hours to get down here. It's roughly 5:30, 6 p.m. in the evening. You know, the sun's not quite to the dusk, but you know it's going to be dark within the next hour and a half. Sure.
I'd say maybe we like set up a camp real quick before it's dark out, because we're gonna have to sleep here.
Yes, if they're investigating ruins, I doubt that they have any kind of inn or rooming house set up, and they probably don't have room for us.
Okay. So as you come up to the camp, this is what you see. You know, you see the old door, almost like you're walking down a valley. Are you gonna try to set up camp outside the door, or are you gonna try to bring it in a little bit?
You'd think we should maybe bring it just inside of that door, so then
So I was going to suggest we go inside. That way, there's a little bit more coverage for us.
Okay. I'll go ahead and bring you in here. Let's go ahead and. So you can definitely tell as you're looking around that this was some sort of, at one point, probably a pretty good excavation. You've got some of the small rooms over here. Off to you. Come on, keyboard right there. Yeah, probably there's a room over here and a room over here. And let's just get down to arrival. When you walked in, though, you noticed the canyon walls rise to about 80 feet in height. The door that you just walked through was a 20-foot tall wall of black stone that had a broken gate carved into it, with one of the stone doors hanging precariously by a hinge. The other door, you noticed, was missing. Beyond the open gate, in the shadows of this great mountain, lies the ruined settlement. And everything is quiet.
I think we should investigate before we set up a camp, just a real short one, to make sure there's nothing lurking in any of these broken building things, just to be sure, so nothing just creeps up on us at tonight.
Yeah, we probably don't want to set up camp and then have the dwarves all of a sudden come up on us and wondering whether we're here to plunder their works just or such.
Okay.
That sounds good.
So, what we'll do is, are you guys splitting up to investigate?
I was going to say, do we want to separate 2 by 2 so that way we can cover a lot of area real quick, but we won't be far enough to so far off that if one group runs into something, we can't rally to the other?
Yeah, I think splitting just in half is probably best idea. Then if we have to, we can rescue the other one if they get too far gone.
What's the groups that you guys want to split into?
Does it matter to me? I'll let you two decide if you two want to be together, or if one of you wants to go with me, the other one goes with Zephyrin.
Yep.
I can go with Zephyrin.
Okay, so you got.
I'll keep an eye on Gray.
Okay, so you got.
Keep an eye on me.
So you got
It's almost like you don't trust me or something.
Well, you seem to be really good at finding all the things. I might as well be near you when you find them.
Dave.
I do have a knack for that, don't I?
Yeah. Okay, so let's go this route. Mr. Dave, where would you like to go to investigate? So I'm gonna alternate between the two groups. So as you look, you've got a door to your left, and you have a couple of windows to your right.
I'll go into the door to the left.
Okay. Go right in here. All right. As you enter the little room for this establishment, you can tell that there is a broken down desk over here. You see some loose rocks, and the only other thing that you notice in here is a couple of, what looks to be crushed bones.
That's a little creepy. All right.
That's a little creepy.
I guess, can I like inspect the crushed bones?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a investigation check on that.
Rolled me a natural 20 there.
Upon looking at the bones, you can definitely tell that they were dwarven. You're not sure what part of the body, but when you're tapping them along, the rocks and everything, they're pretty sturdy, just like you'd expect from a dwarf.
All right. Well, yeah, I just go back out, and if they're still standing there, I just let them know what I saw the bones, and yeah, take me on back out. I guess there isn't really anything in there to look at.
Did they look new or old? Like, had it happened recently?
Oh, good question. Can I tell if they're new or old?
Because, I mean, if it was an ancient thing, then yeah, whatever. But if it looked like they were freshly, like, there.
You didn't see any muscle or anything hanging off them. They're pretty cleaned, dry. Think of like a dog bone after they've taken off all of the meat.
Yeah.
Or like a skeleton you'd have in a science room. They're to that state. Lashir and Gray, as you saw them go into here, did you want to stay out here and wait for them, or did you want to go investigate the, up ahead you saw, an area over here. You had the windows over onto the right-hand side.
Gray probably would have gone to the one on the right.
Okay.
Yeah, where we just keep splitting small groups. We're close by, so we can just keep doing that.
So did you want to crawl through the window?
Of course.
Why am I not surprised by this?
I'm
Route
little.
of least resistance, of course.
Just great for a semiconductor. Path of least resistance. When you enter the settlement, you see a lot of the very similar, but you didn't see a desk in here. You did see some more bones. They weren't quite as clean. They still had some tissue left on them. There were some ligaments. You saw a couple of spots where it could have been for a bed, probably right about in this area right here, and probably another one maybe diagonal along here. But you can tell that this place has been thoroughly ransacked.
Those
But
bones with
unlike-
ligament worry me.
Yeah. Gray's gonna take a closer look at those bones. Or,
Okay.
Lashir, if you'd like to take a look at them, I'll use the help action to give you advantage.
Yeah, because I can use some of my perception stuff on that too to see if this is a recent one with the ligament and what else should I look for on those? I want to see if maybe I can also see what would have broken them if it was maybe an animal attack or if it looked like it could have been caused by a weapon, along with trying to age it.
Okay.
Okay. And I will use the help action.
Is that a
To assist her
perception
roll.
check?
Okay. So, yeah, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay, so how much does a help action give me on that?
Gives you advantage on the roll.
Okay, advantage is
Two
plus...
d20s. Nope, 2d20s take the higher roll.
Take
Okay,
a higher of 2.
well, then I would have gotten a 22.
Alright. So when you're looking at the bones, just like with Dave's, they're dwarven. Beyond a shadow of a doubt to you, they are dwarven. With the ligaments still hanging off there, you're guessing that this is ransacked probably within the last, I'll just say 2 months. I'm going to make a note of that for myself. They're not as broken. Well, you didn't see Dave's, but they're not like broken into smaller pieces. Like they're, you can still see the femur, the tibia, all the structures, but no sharp, jagged edges. It's almost like someone pulled the muscle off of them.
So it was eaten.
So it would appear. Like, not necessarily a murder as much as a butchery. Or maybe they just took advantage of it and they didn't have anything else to eat.
But there was
Either
no
one is
signs of a weapon of any kind, blunt or sharp.
Nope.
Okay. Maybe he's starved to death and then was eaten.
It's possible. I guess it depends on what else we find in some of these other buildings to see if anything concurs or not.
Alright,
So
let's go
I
this
would
route.
head back out to see if they finished and so that we could let them know what we found as well.
Alright. So as you crawl back through the window, Dave's coming out at the same time as you're crawling out of the window. And you guys pretty much re-meet. So both of these interactions took place. They reach about 5-6 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, with how much you guys wanted to investigate. The floor is yours. Because I am a conduit for nonsense.
What did you guys find in there?
We found some bones with some ligaments and stuff still on them, but it looks like it was a few months ago and probably just an animal eating someone who had passed away here. We're not sure. I didn't see any weapon marks.
Huh.
Not picked totally clean, but clean enough.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Think maybe we should check the other couple buildings that are farther in just to be sure. And
Might I suggest, though, set up ahead here, we might find more conclusive stuff there. Looks like a more formal building arrangement.
Yeah, I say we keep looking.
As you approach and you come across the clearing, you can look down and you see, a well over here, see another small building. This one does look, as you come through, probably the most formal based on where it's at. Kind of looking both ways. You're guessing that it's probably like a foreman's office. Even as you look through the door, you see a destroyed desk back here. Some shredded papers that, when I say shredded, think of like a toddler with a fresh, with a newspaper. Just that's the image, the image that you see. Even as you look through the doorway there, you see a secondary, passage right here. You're guessing right where this window was.
Seeing the papers, Gray will probably head inside so he can try to take a look to see if he can make out what's written on them.
So let's go this route. I'm going to take this image. I'm going to copy it. Let's throw it into paint. And as you're looking at the images, you can kind of see where they, with probably about 5-10 minutes worth of work, you're able to get them pieced together, and it almost looks like blueprints. So let's go here, and I will drop this into our Sword of the Dice, Dragon of Icespire Peak, and I'll just go Dwarven Excavation, and I'll get that dropped into our Discord server, and I will add it to our go upload a file. Next, I don't got a bazillion of things open at the same time. Sword of the Dice, Dragon of Icespire Peak, Dwarven Excavation.
While Gray is doing that, I'll just go inside into that second small room and just kind of take a glance around to see if there's anything there. But I'm not gonna like super high focus look at things. Like just kind of a basic scan around of the little room and the big room.
Okay. And I'm going to do this just for our awesome viewers. Add new image, and come on, browse. Dwarven Excavation. There. And let's bring this down. I love how, you make an image and into like Streamlabs, and instead of like bringing it down to or even just being full screen, it is overly large.
Mm-hmm.
So he was able to, like I said, after 10 minutes or so, getting everything pieced together, it looked like it made a map, like a blueprint of what the excavation would look like. You can see a top-down view, kind of a rough sketch of, the building areas, of the different rooms. You can even see like sketch marks of, where the bedding, where the beds would be, how many markings in Dwarven of, how many people would be in each room you're guessing. Does anyone speak Dwarven or read Dwarven in your languages?
I do now. I just picked it up on the level up.
Awesome.
I can't remember where to see my languages at.
Right on your main page, under proficiencies and training, there's a section that says languages on the left-hand side.
Blindness. Okay, nope.
Okay, and Dave does not, and okay, so Gray, being that you did pick it up and you actually did see this, it's pretty much perfect for what you saw, is that first room that Dave had put in there had the number 3, and had, if you're counting and you're noticing there's 3 beds in it. The current room shows 1, which makes sense because the left-hand side of the room has a drawing of a bed. That big one that you and David first went in showed 3. The building to the southeast shows 2, and that one that's on the very far southeast shows 2 as well. So you're guessing that's 1, 3, 4, 7, 9. You're guessing 11 to 12 dwarves were probably in this excavation working, if not more.
Okay. So not a huge number, but more than efficient for what they were probably doing. Okay. Gray's going to pull out his forgery kit, and using the parchment and his pens there, he's going to take these scraps and make a single map out of all of the draw out a single map based on all the stuff he has here to make it easier for us to carry.
Okay, so that forgery kit, just are you doing a lot of detail with it, or just a quick sketch?
Not heavy on detail. It's mostly so we can see what's there and what to expect. He's not doing this like he's trying to forge a document to pass off as someone's will or testament or something like that. It's more to give us something easier to carry around than a whole bunch of scraps of paper.
Okay, so you're guessing about it's gonna take about 5 minutes or so to do. So during that 5 minutes that he's doing the forgery of this map, what are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm doing scans of both those rooms, just kind of like looking around and see if anything just kind of pops out and catches my eye of the big room and that little room.
Nothing else is catching your eye. The only thing is with your passive perception, you have a 13 if I remember correctly from last time, or is it a little bit higher?
Let me double check. Passive, I have a 14.
Okay, so you have a 14. You can. It almost smells like there was a recent campfire in the area. But other than that, with that active investigation that you're doing right now, you don't see anything else of value other than the map that Gray found.
Can I kind of tell where that campfire smell is coming from? Because now that it's in my nose.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
I got a nat 20.
Okay, so with that nat 20, as you're, I just lost my dice. Oops. It's almost, you didn't start smelling it until you got to this main clearing right here, and it's probably coming from where this broken wall is. I gotta grab that dice quickly. But that's all that you can, just taking a guess on what you're on that smell.
I am smelling that there's been someone here really recently. It's coming from over by that wall area, so we might want to be careful when we get closer to there because there might still be someone in the area.
Yeah, because this is about what you're seeing. You see the. Come on, can I get down any lower? So at your level, where you guys are standing, this is about what you're seeing. You're seeing, maybe what could have been torches over here, the pile over here. So the rock looks like it is kind of crumbling, but that's about what you're seeing. Even from Gray's perspective, that'd be what you're seeing.
Yes, it might be a torch. Hard to say with the lighting this time of night, but.
So, and overall, this entire investigation between these 3 rooms, the forgery, about a half hour has gone past. You're guessing it's probably getting close to that 7 p.m. Being that you're still on the outside portion of the canyon, I mean, you look up, you can still see the canyon walls coming down. And imagine this is all being kind of filled in except for where this has been broken out. This is all open air. Okay.
I think maybe we should build up a little camp inside this building where we're at. It would kind of limit any access just for the night before trying to investigate deep into it. What do you guys think?
Not a bad idea. It's either that or we keep advancing past that wall to see where that campfire smoke appears to be coming from in case there's somebody still there. That'd be the other option. Neither one of them is a bad option.
It's either, we could set up the camp there and then when it gets dark, sneak up on them.
I think we should keep going now that we have a map and can see that, like, we're going in, inside. I think we could keep going because we'll be dry and everything.
That is true.
What we could do is we could advance, as Dave says, and then if we don't see anything, we can always come back here, set up camp in a more secure area. But if we find something better, then we can go with whatever we find.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds good. So we should just kind of head that way then, because I don't think there's going to be anything else in these ruins out here. They look pretty tossed already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to continuing on.
Okay, let's go ahead and let's go top-down view. And as you guys are just walking through, if you're peeking windows, you just see more and more just how clearly ransacked this entire area has been. And for anyone that's done Lashir for yourself, going through the forest when you had the people come through and attack your kind, it reminds you of that ransacking, only worse. Like, it's bad. I gotta remember more of Dave's backstory, because I know with him coming up probably in the sewers, it's one of the reasons why his kind live in the sewers is because humans were not always polite and rude, for lack of better words. As you come across up to the main wall, the main opening, both doors they're gone. In fact, as you open them up, a partially collapsed 10-foot high wall separates what appears to be the courtyard from the settlement west of it. 3 heaps of rubble are piled high in the area. Hewn from the canyon's back wall, a 30-foot high temple facade features steps rising to a stone platform. Cut into the facade is a 10-foot high open doorway, flanked by crumbling, life-sized granite statues of cloaked dwarves. Evil grins can be seen on their weather-worn faces.
Okay, before we advance any further, without trying not to be meta, can we actually see the firelight reflecting off of the building there?
Yeah,
where we are?
Let's see here. Let's go. So let's bring you back a little bit. So if you're right here, and
yeah, I can see the glows.
Yeah, you'd be able to see a little bit of a glow around this side of the rubble. Okay. And
I'm gonna go ahead, finish.
With that, let's go ahead and just take a quick. We're about an hour and a half into our stream. Let's take a 5-minute break. Get up, stretch your legs. If you need to pop your back, do so, and then we will investigate the rubble as we start into the Dwarven excavation. And I would like to say welcome to Mr. Lord Gazumba, aka Jay. He is the oldest ongoing Greyhawk D&D campaign that we know of, with over 45 years, going through the first edition and second edition. Streams a lot. That's just a fantastic individual. If you ever get a chance to talk with him, go take a look at his community and his Twitch channel. And if you get the chance to join their Discord community, highly recommend it. But we will be back in 5 minutes as we continue Dragon of Icespire Peak, getting into the Dwarven excavation. Okay. Well, I figured being that we're at that halfway point. So my lovely better half, she bought a bunch of resin stuff. So now she's like resin print, making a bunch of stuff for the next one shot at the tabletop retreat that's going to happen next March. She had so much fun to help me build the current one. Like she designed it and wrote a lot of the script, and then she just had me do my little touch to it. Well, she enjoyed it so much, now she's designing and building the next one, which is a year away.
Yeah. Well, I just mailed out a custom GM screen Saturday. I've got 2 more that I'm making right now. The glue was drying yesterday on the frames for 2 of them. Got another new order last night.
Nice.
One.
So for those that want to order stuff from you, where do they do that?
Just through my Etsy shop,
which is
Diet Water Productions.
Diet Water Production. Oh, good, because the high calorie water is definitely making me way too fat.
Oh yeah, because Diet Water is the official sponsor for my Twitch page. I.e., if you can't get a sponsor, you invent one.
That's fantastic.
All that great water taste with none of the extra water calories. The one, the only Diet Water. This part's only available in stores where it's sold.
So Diet Water. Is it Diet Water Inventions is your Etsy shop?
Diet Water Productions.
Diet Water.
Here, I can get you the link. I'll put it in Twitch. I mean, I'll put it in Discord for you.
No, okay.
Hang on.
I
Let me get the link for you here.
You mean this link? Ta-da! So, I just did the legwork and threw it in there. So, for anyone that wants a lot of custom, like hands-on, like high-quality stuff made, I know I've seen some of Kai's previous stuff and does a lot of great work. In fact, as you're making some of these, don't you usually stream it on Twitch on your own channel as you're producing some of this?
No, I have not been. I don't have all the equipment to be able to do that because my desk here where I do my Twitch streaming is here in one part of the basement, and my little mini workshop is in another spot.
Okay.
And plus, a lot of it is cutting, screwing and gluing, waiting for glue to dry, painting or staining, waiting for stain to dry, and all that.
Okay.
So unlike someone who's like doing blacksmithing or something like that, or painting minis where there's always stuff going on, there's a lot of hurry up and wait.
Hurry up and wait. Yeah, that's a statement.
And I don't think people enjoy hearing the roaring sound of a table saw going while they're watching a stream.
Yeah.
Or a jigsaw.
That's the stinger.
But I'm hoping with all of these sales and all that, I might be able to get myself a small desktop CNC router. And then I can really do some nice stuff. And it can do the custom cuts for me while I'm staining and decorating one. It can be cutting the next one and stuff like that, and be able to do it all in one piece rather than having to do the pocket hole joinery that I'm doing right now. So
I was gonna say, depending on your webcam, I've got the 3D printer. I've seen some people, they'll take like a Logitech Brio and they'll 3D print webcam mounts, or the Brio can be doing like top-down views. So as you're painting, you can use that type of setup. So
hopefully, once I'm able to save up and get this small, pretty decent manufactured company CNC going, then I can just start doing things like making dice trays or stuff like that as well, and have stuff to sell at different cons and stuff like that, as well as the GM screen offers. And hopefully within the next month, I'll have my new GM screen design, codename Project Chameleon, ready to go, because I'm like 3/4 of the way done with it. Nice.
So what I'm hearing is, for everyone that needs a DM screen, reach out to Kai so that way you continue growing. Okay. So now that we're done talking about some of that type of stuff, we'll get to the rest of our partners later on. Kai, I definitely gotta get information from you for my little Twitch board of hot buttons.
Yeah, just let me know what you want, and I'll give you the information put on there.
Yeah, shoot me the text that you want, kind of like what I did for Lord Gazumba's.
Okay.
And then what I'll do is I'll build up a text thing that I can just press a button and introduce you and do your awesomeness. So,
Sounds good.
you guys have gone through that primary wall. What you're guessing is where you guys walked through is almost from like through the settlement into the courtyard, based upon the statues you're seeing, that now more ornate detail. With Kai's very keen sense, you kind of see some reflections behind the rock. You're just not sure quite how far away it is, but you can definitely see like a light flickering.
Might I make a suggestion? I'll stay back here. Let me sneak up a little bit. See, make sure these are actually maybe the dwarves here that we've been sent to warn, as opposed to, shall we say, a band of rogues and thieves that we don't accidentally walk up upon.
Zeph looks at you and goes, that's probably a good idea. I'll hang back here. I'm just
I'll
gonna
just hang out back here. I'm good with that.
so
While you go back, I'm gonna just move up to that top front granite thing, the pile in the middle, basically, and be just in that middle section, just in case if something's gonna happen. I'll be right there.
okay, so you want to be
Sounds
like right
like a
about
good
here.
plan.
Yeah, I have really high stealth, so I figure I'd just sneak up there, not making any noise.
So being that you guys are both moving up in here, and you're moving forward roughly 35-40 feet, Lashir, go ahead and make your stealth check, and then Gray, do the same.
Okay. 18.
Okay.
6. I got a nat 1.
Your dice need to be jailed.
That was the one that gave me the high number on the last roll.
Yeah. Kai, what do you do with dice that roll high on one roll? Do you use them right away again, or do you let them just rest and reward them?
It had a 5-minute break.
I just rotate between them, so.
Yeah, okay. So, Gray, as you rolled that super nice 18 on a stealth, you guys get to about here together. And Lashir,
That's why I was stopping.
well, right before you stop, the pebbles underneath your feet start crackling. Like, you ever kick rocks and they start going off and they start, you kick them into another rock and make a pretty decent sound? Well, you just did that with a handful of them as you're trying to, tiptoe around. Remember when your kids were toddlers and they were trying to sneak up on you?
They still try that crap.
And you hear them plain as day?
Yes.
That's what just occurred. You were the toddler trying to sneak up on Mom. Immediately,
Cover my eyes so you can't see me.
Immediately, you see a dwarf commoner poke his head out and yell in a pretty gruff and excessive way, "Who goes there?"
I'll immediately respond in Dwarven. We've been sent from Philander. We've been told to warn you about a very probable white dragon that wants to attack the area. They wanted us to let you know so you can be prepared and do whatever you need to do to prevent yourselves from becoming dragon chow.
As you say that, a dwarf from the other side of the mountain kind of makes himself more shown and goes, "A dragon? That's just what we need. First orcs, now dragons."
Oh, do you have an orc problem?
The one that just popped through the second one looks at it and he goes, have you seen our settlement? What else would cause that type of damage?
Well, to be totally honest, we just got here, and the sunlight is going down. It's makes it a little hard to identify exactly who could be doing that kind of damage, but we can see that some damage is being done. And of course, Lashira, it all sounds like blah, 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 blah to you because I'm talking in Dwarvish, but
yeah, I was figuring.
And as you're saying that, the first dwarf that yelled at you looks at the other one and goes, yeah, they just got here. How do you expect them to know what our problems? That orc, those orcs came through probably a week or two ago. How are they supposed to know that? And as they start kind of bantering between the two of them, almost like an old married couple.
At this, Gray will keep on advancing because obviously they're not in attack mode against us, so he's going to keep on walking up, being in this conversational mode as he approaches.
Okay.
Speaking to them in their native tongue.
All right. As you're approaching and talking in their native tongue, just go ahead and roll a charisma check.
Sure.
I'm going to wait back where I'm at because I just want to see where this is going to go because I obviously don't know what's happening. I don't know if they're angry 17. Or not because I don't know it.
What did you roll?
17.
Okay, yeah, you're able to, just that super casual, non-threatening, like, hey, we're sent to warn you. Nothing about your presence is alarming to them just from the way that you're talking. In fact, they're kind of surprised to see a human that took the time to learn Dwarven. It's, it's much like someone trying to learn ancient Latin, and that same kind of difficulty that they perceive.
And once I get up there, I'll motion for everyone else to come up and join.
Okay. So you can see the dwarves. They've been kind of it almost looks like they hold themselves up behind this rock pile, trying to kind of hide where they can still have cover. You see their campfire's kind of gotten larger, all the ash beneath it, where they just keep piling wood on top of it, trying to keep it going. Kind of like those old survivor skills of once you start a fire, don't let the fire go out. That's what they've been doing, and it shows. This fire's probably been going for what you're guessing 12 or 13 days. So there's a lot of ash, there's a lot of
a bit of
wood.
Ash.
Yes. The
and
one that's...
he will switch from Dwarven to Common so that the rest of the party can understand what he's saying, and he'll say, so is it just the two of you here, or are there more in your group?
As you change languages from the Dwarven to the Common, the one that's closest to you gets started a little bit and goes, "Oh, there's how rude of us for we don't get many. We haven't got many others here. We've kind of been trying to just rebuild our settlement or at least stay alive." The other dwarf goes, "Dazzlin, shut up. They don't care about our problems." And Dazzlin, stop it. Maybe they can help us with some other issues, but the orcs aren't here anymore. You noticed right away, right over here, at least along one of the corners, that they've got roughly, you're guessing about 10 days left of rations. You see a water skin right away. The signature dwarven mining tools, and a couple other rocks.
So, have you had much success with your excavation, or did the orcs that came by that and messed with you all throw a sabbat in the works?
Well, when the orcs came through, some like gelatin, like a jelly type monster awoke further in the cave. We haven't been able to get close to kill it. And it's kind of been keeping us from getting the excavation cleaned up, which we're trying to get cleaned up before we go and get more dwarves to go full bore. No pun intended.
Understood. So, is this like just a blob of goo roaming around, or is this like in some sort of like squarish shape, or what exactly is this that you're running into?
As you say, blob of goo, or blob of goo, you kind of see them shudder, and they're like, yeah, it's kind of like a blob. It looks like a massive sneeze.
Oh, interesting.
A booger monster.
Do you actually say that as Lashira?
Like I kind of muttered under my breath.
The one that was like that was called Dazzlin goes, yes, a booger monster. That's what it looks like. It looks like a gigantic snot monster of some type.
Interesting. You've not been able to clear it out yourselves.
No, in fact, every time we tried to swing an axe at it or a shovel, it melts it. In fact, he points to the tools over here and he goes, those are the last of our tools. And pretty much you see a pickaxe for each of them, a shovel for each of them, and a hammer. But he goes, we've gone through 5 or 6 shovels, at least five pickaxes, 3 hammers. We've tried everything that, with our excavation tools, and every time we touch it, it just starts melting.
Yes, I've heard these creatures have the ability to do that at times.
Have you tried Fireball?
Dazzle looks at you and goes, what do you think, we are, a wizard? And you see him just like pump his muscles like, no, dwarves don't do that, we are physical hitters.
Yeah, you guys look like mega muscle. It's awesome.
Yes, I have a feeling that clearing this creature out might require more arcane means of action.
As Gray's kind of already figured out what it is. Or do you have an idea?
He has ideas.
So Dazzle looks at you and he goes over to that pile of like the rubble and he picks up a couple of the stones and he goes if you can get rid of that booger monster, that snot goblin, I'll give you these. And he's showing you a couple of stones, and as they rotate, you kind of see like an arcane sketching on them.
As soon as he sees the stones, Gray's going to take a closer look.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an investigation check on them.
A 9.
They have pretty markings.
Can I look at it?
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone that wants to look, because you guys are all about, in this area.
Yeah, I'm gonna sneak over and take a peek too, because that's interesting.
Dave would also like to. I would also like to look.
Okay, so as you guys all come closer, the Dazzlin looks and he goes, "Do you not know what these are?"
No. What do you happen to know what they are? And fill us in on it.
Dazzlin looks and he goes, "They're sending stones." And he goes, "Watch this." And he hands one of the stones to Dave, because he's the last one that came up. And welcome to the Raiders. We thank you for joining us as we go through Dragon of Icespire Peak. We are right now in in the Dwarven Excavation. I almost said Nomengard. Oh boy. So he hands one of the sending stones to Dave, the shortest one, and he walks over to about here, just out of your line of sight, and all of a sudden through Dave's sending stone you hear, "Is this cool or what?"
What just happened?
Oh, a sending stone.
Oh.
Arcane telephone.
Those could come in handy.
Yes. Very
cool.
As you say that, he goes, "Yep," and he walks back and he goes, "Now if you can," he goes, "We've had these for quite some time. Yeah, they do come in handy, especially in a large excavation, because a lot faster than sending messages through someone walking. But if you can get rid of that gigantic snot monster, I'll give them to you."
I say
No,
do it. Yeah, let's help him.
What's the other one's name? We have Dazzlin, but the quiet one over on the other side, never introduced himself. I'm Lashira, by the way.
As you say that, you want to cross in a very gruff but excessive manner goes, "I may be quiet, but don't mistake that for niceness. I'm Norbus."
Pleased to meet you. Hopefully we can kill this monster so you guys can do what you actually wanted to do.
Great, Dixon. The pleasure is ours to meet you, fine gentlemen.
Well, being that Dazzlin over here already, seems like he suckered you into helping us anyway. Don't know why you'd want to help, but...
Well, the quicker we help you, the quicker we can let the people in the town know that you've been duly warned and notified about the impending white dragon, and the sooner we can get on our way.
I wonder if that's what drove the orcs out of the mountain.
It's possible. White dragons have a tendency to drive a lot of things out.
Seems they must. It takes a lot to drive orcs out of their home. Well, since you guys said you're willing to get rid of this gigantic, weird ooze monster, whatever Dazzlin's calling it, I suppose I can let you in. And he goes over to the door, and you see him take a key out of his pocket to unlock, and we kind of locked the doors, hoping that it couldn't get out. We don't really know what a thing of ooze is able to get through, so we figured something's better than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
As he unlocks it, you see it push open. And Norbus looks at you, and he goes, "You have two choices. You want me to lock the door behind you, or just trust that you guys are going to be able to kill the monster and I'll leave it unlocked?
Go ahead and leave it unlocked. I think if it was going to try to come out, it would have already.
Maybe. We don't know where it's exploring it. It could be up on a ceiling. I don't know where it's at.
Well then, the sooner we go in, the sooner we eradicate. And Grave is going to go into he'll go to the front of the door. Then as soon as he gets inside, he's going to go into sneak mode.
All right. Well, what I'll do then, just like typical, from your point of view, this is all you're seeing. You see another doorway right here, and an opening right over here. Solid wall over here. And when I say solid, you look all the way up, and you can see the ceiling over everything. The ceilings look like they're about 10 feet above you. They're flat as flat can be. The walls coming up are they're smooth. You can tell that for an excavation, you're not sure if this was a temple, an excavation, if it was being turned into a temple, but they're pretty ornate. In fact, the doors are you saw right away that they're a carved stone. They've got stones for pins and for the hinges. And they're just like any other like area where a dwarf takes pride in. It is ornate. So, okay, so let's go right here. I'm just making sure I should probably download this file so that way I'm not going back and forth. Because, you know, why would I make life easy on myself, right?
Why bother with something like that?
I know. Who needs easiness in life? Let's keep this open over here. So as you look through this little doorway, you can actually see the second doorway opened up as well to a further room that looks like it holds nothing but rubble. Do I have... Oh wait, nope, that's the wrong door. Sorry. This door. You see a couple spikes, and there it is. I was looking east and not north. Because my mom says I'm special. But you can see a spike right here, and it looks like what could have been a secret door is being lodged to an open position.
Okay. Gray will go ahead and sneak forward to that spot.
As Gray sneaks forward and you guys see him go through the doors, are you guys following him, or are you guys just gonna hang back?
Lashir is gonna also be like stealth behind. I don't want him to get attacked without an assistance right there, especially with the monster. So I'll be just a couple feet behind him. So I would say like 3 feet or so. And I'll just stay pretty close, also stealth.
Alright, so just so you're aware, each of these tiles right here is a 5 foot by 5 foot tile. Okay? Which is pretty standard in Dungeons and Dragons to have that tiling set up like that. And Dave, are you're looking for the money? Just following him in?
I'm just continuing to follow.
Okay, so and I'm just gonna have Zeph follow you back, and Zeph's gonna trail behind. with this doorway, you can tell that it's probably was a secret passage just based on the fact that it's not nearly as tall as the other doors. It's instead of being, a 10-foot tall, if not taller door, this one's probably only 6, maybe 7 feet tall. And with the pins latching in, it looks like when it was closed, it would have looked like it was exactly part of the wall, just like a secret passage would have.
Mm-hmm. Not to take any chances, Gray's going to go ahead and search for traps at this entrance, since it does appear it was a secret entrance. Maybe it had some sort of trapping mechanism that they may or may not have deactivated.
All right. As you're looking for any secret in this, go ahead and roll a sleight of hand. That's what I've been using for that, correct?
13.
All right. So as you look through, the only thing noticeable was probably about here. You felt like a softness in the wall, almost like it was a hidden button to open it, but you don't see any immediate traps through the opening or even on the wall side.
Okay.
So
after I determine that, I'll go ahead and slowly advance forward.
Okay. As you advance in the room, you can see that this room is just filled with rubble and debris. It's pretty dusty in here, to the point where you almost want to sneeze, but you can't quite get it. You get a sneeze stuck and it won't come out. That's kind of what the dust is doing to your nostrils.
Okay. He'll take a look at the map he drew real quick, and then he'll go ahead and slowly advance to around the corner.
Right. As he advances around the corner, you can tell that this hallway got completely caved in. So from the ceiling all the way down to the floor, it's covered. It matches that map perfectly.
Okay. Seeing that, I'll come back out and report to the others. Well, it appears that the map that we found out there is accurate. Everything's blocked off there. We got 2 choices we can eat. Looks like we can go forward through these doors, or it looks like, according to here, there might be something on the other wall, according to this map. Which would you prefer to do?
I think we might need to go through that door and just be very quiet.
Yeah, I say we go through the door.
The big one? This one here in front of us. Okay. Well then, shall we move forward? And he'll full stealth mode, go up and slowly open the door.
All right. So go ahead and roll a stealth check as you do that push.
Okay. Let's see. That will be an 11.
Okay. As you open it, there's a very loud creak that echoes through the room. Just that. Hopefully that made sense. Almost think of like an old door on a house that hasn't had the hinges oiled in a very, very loud or very long time, but with a 2-ton door. Ray, knowing that you're usually pretty good at opening doors, what just went through your head?
Well, so much for sneak on this one. I thought You would have thought these souls had done a little bit better preventative maintenance on these things. And he'll take an extra look forward to the side and to the ceiling before he advances in.
All right. So to your side. Let's go. Come on. You see a pillar over here. Let's go right down to. There we go. That's pretty close. You see the pillar over here. This one you have a little bit more difficult time seeing, just because probably me. Oh, there it goes. So you see the 4 pillars on each side. As you look down towards the end, you see a blood-stained limestone altar at the far end of the room. Norbus, he's following you. Not Norb, that's Dazzlin. He's following you in. And he goes, "This is where that snot monster scared us off."
I see. Is that one of your gods there? That statue all the way across the room.
He goes, "It's a great dwarven king that many centuries ago conquered this mountain. And we were trying to build this as a temple to pay homage to him."
I see. Not knowing your culture completely. But, well, ritualistic sacrifices made to images of this king?
We haven't done sacrifices to him. Are you talking like burning people alive, or just like bringing dead meat, animals?
Blood sacrifice animals, things like that. Because it appears there to be bloodstains over there.
Norbus starts moving forward a little bit. Gets to about here and he goes, "Those bloodstains weren't there when we locked the door. At least I don't think they were."
Don't move any further. And Gray is going to go forward, then he's going to go to the left behind the first pillar. He's going to slowly work his way around the room.
I'm going to mimic him going on the right side as well, like up against, trying to...
Alright, so you're going to go right about here?
Yeah.
Okay. Lashira. Gonna go... Come on. Why are... Come on. Where you at? Right there. So, Lashira, as you get to about here, let's see if I can find it. And let's go. Is it going to be down here? No, that's not what I want. Why is it not here?
Just type in snot.
No, that's... Watch it not, like, actually be...
Green spots on the wall by Pick It and Flick It.
Homage to Dad. Oh, you know what? I'm not finding... Oh, maybe it's under monstrous.
I see a booger.
Right there.
Here we go.
You see, right on the wall, a massive piece of slime, just like almost climbing sideways against the wall.
As they
Did it
go
see
in, the dusty room got to me, and I sneeze. Achoo!
Oh my gosh.
I love the chaos that Dave is. Dave, as you open your eyes after this sneeze, along the far wall, right about here, you see a second slime monster.
Little did you know, sneezes come in threes. Achoo! Achoo!
I love it.
Yeah, so much for stealth.
Stop multiplying the monsters.
No, I was planning on it anyway, but I love the fact that my better half played into it. And I'll put the other one right. Let's go right about here. Okay. So, that's being that there's a little bit of meta in here. So, Gray, as you're going along this back piece right here, are you more forward than where I've got you?
Mm-hmm.
So, where are you about?
He would just be slowly working. He's going towards the statue, but he's taking the long way there.
As you come around this column, the
ceiling falls in, and we all die.
Yeah, you see that like a monster, a very slimy monster, not like a gelatinous cube, but it looks like a gigantic ogre's booger, but 6 feet around on the wall, moving slowly.
Okay.
Dave, you saw this one right here. And Lashira, as soon as you came across over here, you saw the one on this wall. You did not see the one over here yet. It came down after Dave sneezed. So, let's go ahead and do a roll for initiative. So let's go turn-based mode. And where's my pen? So that way I can roll. So 1, SL2, SL3. He rolled that. He rolled that. And that. So, and is there any dexterity? Okay. Great. What did you roll?
A 12.
Okay. And Dave.
16.
What did you roll?
16.
16. Okay. Lashira?
20.
You rolled a nat 20. And I think he's got that. So let's just go with Zephyr. Won't matter because I think I'll just play him last. Okay. So let's get my turn-based initiative on. And Shira. Shira. Slime. Dave. A 12, so let's just make sure I got this down. Green. Dave. Slime number 1 is this one. Slime over here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sweet. Okay. So Lashira, you are up first. So I'm gonna say I gotta do this wall. So this is gonna be south wall, north wall, east wall. Alright. So as you're looking at it, just so you guys know, You guys are looking towards that east wall. Gray's along the north side. Lashir is along the south side. You guys came in through the west. Okay. So, Lashir, you are first up in order.
Question. For the Beastmaster, are they considered like physical beings, or are they considered elemental type familiars?
So these are considered a large ooze. They're unaligned, so they're not.
No. My Beastmaster.
Oh, for your Beastmaster. Okay, so let's go.
Like,
here.
could I summon a phoenix and be fire?
Okay, that I want to say when it comes to Beastmaster, it's things that you must have seen. So you magically summon a primal beast and choose a stat block: beast of the land, beast of the sea, or beast of the sky. You determine the kind of animal, choosing a kind that's appropriate for the stat block and whatever beast you choose.
Mine's the sky. So
yes. So yeah. So you could say that you're using a beast of the sky. If you've seen, you could say that it's a phoenix. Just know that it's gonna still be a standardized stat block. So when it comes to speed, movement, anything along that nature. Oh my gosh, my ear. Oh. Sorry, my ears have been bugging me the last day or so. Whew. Okay.
So, how far am I from the slime currently?
So, top-down views going up M3 right here. You're about 32 feet roughly.
Okay, I'm gonna move about 5 feet toward it, and then I'm gonna do my Thorn Whip cantrip.
Okay. So you want to be about 25 feet. So yeah, I'll go right there.
I'm just trying to do straight damage on that.
Okay. So go ahead and roll to hit.
19.
Okay. And then what type of damage does that do?
It says +4 1d6, or no, it says hit. Oh, okay. So technically it was a 23 hit, and then it's a 1d6 on it. It shows.
Okay, so if you click on it, you click on the whip.
I didn't click on that the right way.
That's fine.
I do not use that thingy.
Yeah.
Where's my actual d6?
So if you click on whip, it'll say damage type.
Oh. Yeah, it just shows
Probably
1d6 because it's instantaneous.
Oh wait, you're talking Thorn Whip. Okay, so
yeah, mine's a cantrip. It's a Thorn Whip.
Okay, so it doesn't say like slashing. Oh, this is pierce. Okay, if you mouse over the where it says like 1d6, it says piercing. Okay,
so that's what the little bullet looks like thing?
Yep.
Okay.
So it's piercing damage.
Yeah.
Some monsters, they have like different immunities to different damage types. So when you say, hey, I did 1d6 slashing, or I've done acid. So, and what immunities are is, it means that it wouldn't do damage to them. Resistances means like, hey, I did damage, but I only did half damage. Immunity means that you did no damage.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So do the d6 thing?
Yep. Go roll the hit. So the d20.
I got the d20. Ended up being like 23 or something like that.
Okay, that hits.
I got a 4 on my d6.
Okay. And that's the south wall. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So that looks like it hit it. Is there any other movement that you want? Any bonus action, reaction, anything like that? Remember, if you got that stat block for a
there's nothing wrong with bringing it down a little bit, but then you
brain work, that Beast of the Sky, like if you click on it, so if you click on Beast of the Sky, which you got out right now, it'll tell you attacks that you can do. And actions that you can do as well, okay?
It says it can do that's confusing. It adds a proficiency bonus to any ability check or saving throw.
Okay, so let me do this. So when you click on the header Beast of the Sky.
Oh.
All good. For anyone that's watching, my goal is to help new players get into the game. So this is a pretty laid back game, but a chance to learn, whether that be a character class you've never played or a game that you've never played. So that's the entire purpose of this stream. Kai's been awesome enough to join, as he's a pretty veteran player.
So I can do slashing damage. Wait, it uses my wisdom modifier. So it's like the whole, like 1d4 plus 3 plus wisdom and modifier for slashing damage.
Yep. So what that means is, when you roll the hit, and if it hits, you roll a d4, you add 3 to it, and then you add your wisdom's plus 2. So then you add 3 plus 2. So in this case, you could do a maximum of 9 points of damage.
Okay, so I'm gonna have it like swoop down and try to slash it, and then fly back to me.
Okay, so go ahead and roll the hit.
Well, that ain't gonna work. You got a nat 1.
Yeah, that's not gonna work at all.
It's going to jail.
With this being, with the beast mastery being new to you, it may take a little bit of time for your beast of the sky in this case to get used to you. As you go to direct it, you kind of fumbled with the wording. Instead of saying slime, it thought you said grime and just went right past it and came back. That brings us up to the slime that you just attacked. Which, wait a second. That should have been the other slime. Did I choose? No, nope, I'll use that one. Okay. With that attack going towards it, you see the slime climb down the wall. And it gets to about here and just starts bubbling. And just stops. So now you see a 6-foot round ooze just bubbles. Okay. Good job staying away from it. Dave! Are you done sneezing?
Yes, I am. But I would like to find a way to get I would like to make more noise in hopes that the oozes will come near me. I want them to come to me instead of me going to them.
Okay. Play that out. What are you thinking?
Yeah. I take. Let's see. I take my. I take my step stool, and I take
the proprietary elevation platform.
Yes, my proprietary elevation and my great axe, and I just start like clanging them together, just trying to make a bunch of noise in hopes that they come closer to me. Specifically, I want them to come. I want them to be within 10 feet of me. So I'll walk forward some more, like try to get myself into the center of the room. Okay. And then I hope that they come 10 feet.
So you can get to, you got about 25 feet of movement roughly? You can get to about
And I want to save
here.
some because I want to make sure I can back away from them after I'm done.
Okay, so you want to go from there to there to... So you're thinking about moving forward about 15 feet to about here? Because you were right back here?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll just hang out right there. Hopefully they can all get an eye or a noise of me.
As you do that... Norvis kind of, he goes, yeah, I'm gonna let you handle this, and he just runs right out the door, and he's like, have fun, bye. No. So you're just going and making noise at this point, Dave. You're not attacking. Okay.
Correct. I'm trying to attract them.
Okay, I'll make a note of that. Okay. Gray.
All right,
Over.
I'm going to hide on that corner as much as I can of that pillar
Okay.
to where I've got a shot that I can get a sneak attack arrow with my bow against the slime on the far wall.
Okay, so right about... I think you got a pretty clear... Yeah, you got a clear movement. Okay, so you get about here. You still have a good... should be a line of sight to that wall.
And hope to get a sneak attack on it.
Okay. So with that... I'm trying to remember the mechanics of sneak attack.
I have to hit, and if I get sneak attack, then I can do the extra damage.
Okay, so go ahead and roll the hit.
Yeah, because there's no flanking, there's nothing else that's going to give me advantage on the roll.
Yep.
Unless you benevolently grant it. It doesn't matter. That one.
As you go to hit, you hit... That arrow goes right through the ooze, and it just... You kind of see it separate out and just drop. You see the ooze just drop down to the floor. In fact, I'm pretty...
And I will use my bonus action to advance to do a semi-disengage and advance up 15 feet.
Okay, so you want to go about here.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't worry, there's method in my madness.
There's a method to my madness. Okay. That brings up to this ooze. Come on. This ooze drops to the floor. And one thing that you can notice, Dave, when it drops to the floor and moves forward the 10 feet, it's slow moving. Like, it gets to the 10 feet, and it takes an entire 6 seconds. So as you guys are all doing this and you're watching all and you're hearing everything around, like, it's taking a long time for these things to move. Same thing with this one over here as it moves closer to Gray. Zephyrin, on the other hand, let me pull up his character sheet again because I closed it to help Lashira. I almost clicked on your character sheet. Oops. Let's see here. Let's see, where is he at? I think guidance he needs to touch. Light. Sacred Flame. Alright. He's gonna go ahead and, just so I don't use up all of his spell slots right away. Am I within 60 feet? Barely. But he's gonna cast Sacred Flame on the ooze that's directly ahead. And let's see, that's radiant damage. The 10, and that one does hit. I don't have a... Which then means I need to roll a dexterity saving throw. That's awesome. And I fail. And it does 6 points of damage to the one on the north. Okay. And Zeph just goes, I'm just going to hang back here and just see if I can get everything from a distance. Lashira, back to you. You are roughly 12 feet away from the slime monster.
How often can you do spells? Is it one per each of your turn, or is there a cooldown on your spells?
Spells are an action. So unless you're on a concentration spell, like for instance, some spells say concentration and they last for a minute, you have to continually cast that spell. I think you can cast a cantrip, but unless you cast another concentration spell, then if you cast another concentration spell, that spell drops.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to instead use my short bow to try to hit it with an arrow.
Okay. Is that still a piercing damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll
Okay.
be piercing.
I'm just double checking. So go ahead and roll the hit.
10.
That does hit.
Jeez, this thing's weak.
What do you expect to think of ooze? Do you see plate on it anywhere?
I mean, it's not. It could do anything. Oh, that's a D6. I got an 8.
8 points of
For
damage. Okay.
And I'm going to back up behind the pillar and try to start heading toward the center of the room again. So that
Okay. So M3 right here. And you can get to about, you got what, 30 feet of movement?
yeah.
23 feet. That doesn't line up.
Yeah,
So
that's
here's 5, or there's the 20. You can get to about here, right next to Dave.
Okay, yeah.
That ooze, just seeing that you missed it, it's gonna take and move 10 feet to the center. And Dave, you're up. In fact, one of our viewers wants to know, are you wearing black face makeup? Is your character wearing makeup?
Yes, I do. I think I do have some makeup around the eyes to make him look really cool. So, how far am I from the nearest blob?
So the one that you can see directly ahead of you is about 45 feet. The ones that you can't see are, looks like about 50 feet. And here.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm still
Oh,
ways.
Alright. So you only know of this one right over here and the one that Lashira was attacking because you saw her attack.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to move closer to the one I can see.
Okay. How much further do you want to move forward? Because I know you got like 25 feet of movement.
Mm-hmm.
You want to move the full 25 feet?
I'd like to dash.
Okay, so upon dashing, unless you have a bonus action, you're not going to be able to attack. Okay.
Well, because that would put me right next to the blob, wouldn't it?
Yes, that'd put you right next to the blob.
Let's just do my regular movement.
Okay, so that's going to put you right there.
A barbarian, so I just, that's all I can really do right now is move.
You don't have anything that you can throw?
Suppose I could try throwing. I have a hand axe. It's light. Yeah,
So,
I'll throw a hand axe.
Yeah, and if you look at your hand axe, I want to say it'll be a light thrown weapon.
Yep.
Makes sense.
So
Try.
for it to be in action, just go ahead and equip it, so that way it shows up in your actions, and then it'll tell you the damage.
Okay. All right, so roll the hit.
Yep, roll the hit.
8.
That does hit.
What?
Barely. What type of damage does that thrown a hand axe does? Is that piercing or slashing?
Slashing.
Okay.
And then I rolled a 7.
Okay. What you thought
Does
would
it
hit
take it?
the
Oh.
as the axe goes through the ooze, like you see it just go cleanly through it, almost like the ooze wasn't there.
And this is exactly what I expected, since before the other tools they were using actually got eaten up by the slime, so I expected either that or to not do anything.
So you see the hand axe, though it kind of hit the altar and then bounced off, so it's still kind of behind it.
Okay. Then I'll just stay there.
Okay, Gray.
All right, Gray is going to advance to the slime right next to it.
Okay.
And I am going to cast Shocking Grasp.
Okay.
All right. You said an 8 will hit?
Yup.
All right. I hit it for 6 points of lightning damage. And then I will disengage and back up 15 feet as my cunning action.
You know what should have hit, and what you saw Dave when he went to throw. That shocking grasp, that lightning goes right through it, almost like it hit like a grounding conductor.
Interesting. And that will end my turn.
Okay. This slime still has a little bit of that sparkling coming through it from that lightning damage. Gets to about here. Is he? Then. Oh, he's just outside of your reach. Rest outside of reach. Reach 5 foot. However. Oh, I am so sorry, guys.
What?
When you hit it with the shocking grasp, you saw it split into 2.
Oh, great.
Same thing with Emily or Dave.
I was trying not to say anything, hoping that it wouldn't duplicate.
Oh, with that slashing damage, it's split into 2.
Great.
So let's just go right here, and we'll put this in there. We'll put this in there. Light turn order. Okay, so that brings that. We did that slime. These should be. That's in the wrong order. Settings. There. Light turn order. Alright, so we did that slime. Now we go over to this slime. Right there. And it takes and moves about. That's what, about 10 feet right there, roughly? Yeah. Okay. Zephyrin very nervously looks at this and goes, okay. So it's split on a thrown weapon that was sharp. He didn't know this other one split. He's going to go ahead and cast Sacred Flame on the one that's closing in on Dave. So with Sacred Flame, I have to do a Dexterity saving throw. Gosh. with a 10, and that means that misses. And another 6 points of damage to the one in the north. So 6. So I'll do slime 4 is what is that? The north to. Oh wait a second. This is this one. 11 north, and slime 5 is, say, this one. Okay. So he was able to see with that radiant damage on that slime. That brings us up to this guy right here. He moves down here. And he closes in on, brings us to Lashira.
I has a thought.
Character or as player?
Out of character question. Is it possible to like rip a cloth, light it on fire, rip it like with it wrapped around the arrow and shoot it? And how long would that take? So making a homebrew flaming arrow thing, kind of.
Okay. I would say that would take an entire action. So you would use your turn to, being that, like, is it a cloth that you're ripping in half, or is it you just taking some of your shirt, ripping it, and doing it?
I'm just gonna rip part of my shirt at this point. It's already broken up from the manticore because I never changed.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say that that's gonna take an entire turn because you have to rip it off, tie it off, and light it. Okay. It's not as simple as just picking a weapon out of your, off your side that you know where it's at. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna spend a turn and make a flaming arrow.
Okay. You're making a flaming arrow. You want to do any movement with that, or you just want to stay back here?
I'm going to hold on a second, let me get a better look at what I'm doing. I'm going to, where's Zeph? I'm gonna back up to right next to Zeph for just this turn.
Okay.
Yeah, and that'll be good.
Okay, so that brings us up to the slime over here. And let's see, he goes to here. And Dave, you start hearing this bubbling coming in on your right-hand side. That brings us to you, Dave.
Am I within 10 feet? I don't think so. I'm a little further than that.
9. Let's just go M right here. They're just outside of the 10 feet.
Okay. If I move closer to the pillar, will that bring me 10 feet to
You thinking like
all 3 of those?
right here?
Yeah, like if I go closer to the pillar, will I be able to reach them?
So I put you right next to the pillar. The one that's right behind you is now within 10 feet. The two in front of you are literally like 6 or 7 inches away. So like they're not quite to 10 feet with it, like to all 3 of them. If you were to go there.
If I scoot over, I wouldn't be able to. I won't be reaching that other one.
So this one you were right about here, I want to say. So right now, the one that just scooted up is like barely 10 feet. This one is just outside of 10 feet because when you look at the range of here, that's where that 10 foot is.
Yeah. Is there a way that if I can get into just the right place where I can hit all 3?
That's a good question. Let's go right here. So imagine like you're eyeballing this, like trying to figure things out. Okay, so M right here. you're guessing maybe right on this spot right there. You'd be able to hit 3 of them right there, but barely.
Perfect. So I would like to let out a Dragonic. So I want to move, and then I want to let out my Dragonic cry
Okay.
to help the other two. So my Dragonic cry. Until the start of my next turn, you and your allies have advantage over attack rolls
Okay.
against enemies that could hear me, but I have to be within 10 feet of them. So that's why I was asking for that. And then yeah, and then can I kind of chuck my great axe at the two that are standing next to each other in a way where I like hit one and then hit the other?
What type of damage does your great axe do?
Slashing.
That'll just create more.
Please don't.
Think about what happened the last time you threw your hand axe and it was slashing.
I mean, they double, but are they doubling to then just get smaller and eventually go away, or are they just doubling every time I hit them with it? You know, that's what I was kind of.
Are they the same size, basically, right now?
They're the same size. Poor Dave.
Okay, what about can I walk up between them and punch each one of them in the face for some bludgeoning?
Go ahead and try.
All right.
Let's throw
so
the
I roll for
stool at
hit.
them.
Yep, go ahead and roll the hit.
21.
Okay, that does hit.
So then do I roll? I wouldn't roll twice. I'm trying to hit both of them, so how does that work?
So how does your...
My bludgeoning is just 4.
Oh. So it's a 4. Let's see. Bonus
Yeah, it's
action.
not a roll, it's a stat. Or whatever.
Action. So you're able to hit one of them. Let's do this because I'm feeling benevolent.
You have that hat of magical thing. Use fireball.
Oh, I didn't forgot about that.
What hat does she have?
I don't think I even noted it.
A few sessions ago, she got a hat that lets her use a cantrip that she doesn't know, or a spell that she doesn't know. Got it from Nomengard.
You're right, I do remember that. Although I've already done this, so I'll wait for my next turn.
I just want to light the room on fire at this point. I really wish I had a wizard instead.
Right, yeah, a wizard would become very... We need a wizard.
Okay. Okay. So you oh, that's right. That's what I was going to do. So let's do this. You wanted to hit both of them. If I roll a 70 or higher, I will let you hit both of them.
Okay.
I see a 10, 19. Nope. You can hit one. So which one do you want to hit?
I'll hit the one on the right.
Okay. So you hit the one on the right. That is the newer of the two. And that's what, 4 points of damage?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
And then I'll step away as far as I can. I don't know. I don't remember how much movement I have left. So as far as I can.
So you went from here to here to here. So you've moved about 13 feet already. You can get to about right back where you started. Just know as soon as you do that, you're going to have an opportunity attack on you. 2 of them, in fact. So do you still want to
I guess I'll
move?
just hang out there then.
Okay. We're be a little benevolent. Hi, Gray. Your turn.
All right, I have a question for you, oh kind and benevolent GM.
Okay.
I have in my possession a wand of pyrotechnics.
Okay.
Technically, if I fire off a charge of one of these pyrotechnics at one of these, that is by definition kind of a halfway semi-fireball.
Okay.
Because it's an exploding pyrotechnic, right?
Yep. It would do. So your 1d6 plus. So you expend one of its charges and create a harmless burst of multicolored light at a point that you see. The burst is accompanied by a crackling noise that can appear up to 300 feet away. So technically, it's a harmless burst of color.
So it's all light, no heat.
It's all light, no heat.
Hey, it was worth a try. All right, then Gray will, realizing that his electrical lightning touch is not going to help things at all, he's going to dash around both of these, and as he does, he'll be doing that as part of his dash as his cunning action, and as far as his action, he will be preparing an arrow to light and fire at one of them on his next turn.
Okay, so you want to go in between these two? Or are you going back behind?
Probably towards the at the corner where the original one came from.
All right, so
going
you want to
past it that way.
Okay, so
Yeah,
going this way?
something like that'll work. Yeah.
Okay, so let's
Something
go.
that'll give me some distance to move without them getting an opportunity attack on me.
So let's see, go right here, go right here. So here. So this is 32. So if you go right around this corner, you would stay just outside of their reach.
Okay, and then I will go ahead and get a fire arrow ready to light and fire on my next turn.
Okay.
Since plan A didn't work, we'll go with plan B.
A little bit. Good time to move because this guy. You guys are literally just staying right outside of their reach.
Mm-hmm.
Like teasing them.
This one, though, because you are now within. It is going to. You almost see like a. Emily, remember when we were watching the Orville? How they had that slime mechanic and he could reach out and make little arms?
Yeah.
That's what you see come up to hit you, okay?
Oh my.
Does an 18 hit?
Yep.
Okay. So the question is, do you want me to roll for damage or do you want to take the average?
You know what? Roll.
Okay. Sorry about your luck.
Probably not the smartest thing, but they don't seem very strong, so.
So you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage and 3 points of acid.
Okay.
So 13 points total. So, Sharon, things like that. So when I say like bludgeoning damage, like as a barbarian, if Dave was raging, he would have resistance to bludgeoning, so it would be halved. Acid damage, you know, some magic armors give immunity to acid. So that's the reason why I call out the damage types. So that way if you've got resistance or immunities, you can do with it as you will. Pretty much resistant means everything's halved for that damage type. Okay?
Okay.
So that brings us to Zephyrin. Just as before, he now sees that one that just attacked Dave. He's gonna go ahead and cast that Sacred Flame again. I gotta make my dexterity saving throw, and I rolled a nat 1, which means that I critically failed. So I'm gonna count this as double damage versus a critical fail. So that's 4 points, so 8 points of damage to the one that just attacked Emily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and he's just gonna chill right here. That brings to the other slime that's right next to Emily. And you're gonna see a very similar snot arm come out. Does a 12 hit?
Nope.
Okay. So that goes to the next slime, which is over here. Goes over to here. And to Lashira.
Okay. So I have my flame arrow now.
Okay.
How far is it from... Because I don't want to hit Dave with it. If I creep up toward the middle of the room so I can go sideways and get that one that I've been hitting this whole time, I'm going to see if maybe I can keep some...
How much movement do you got?
I get 30 unless I do my feline agility.
Okay, so you can get right about here.
I'd back up before then. I'm behind, like closer to the pillar by Gray. I'm just trying to get a diagonal hit on the slime I've been attacking. Ooze number 1.
Okay, so you want to get about here?
I don't want to hit Gray either. Like go back where I won't hit Gray because I'm trying to go diagonal that way through that 2 archway pass where my one slime was.
Ah, so you want to be right about here.
Turn the screen a little bit, please. I'm
like
trying to hit the slime to the right.
You're trying to hit the slime to this one.
No.
Oh,
The one
that
I've been
one.
attacking.
Oh,
I want it gone. It's
Yeah.
coming in for an attack. I want it gone. So I just need to move up enough that I'll be able to shoot my bow again with a clear sight with fire.
Okay. So you want to go right about here then.
Yep. And I'm going to shoot it with my fire arrow.
Okay. So let's see here. Let me do a quick search of the Google. Okay. So being that you're making a homemade arrow, you're going to have the regular piercing damage, and you took the time to make it where it can be on fire, so it's going to do an extra 1d6 of fire damage.
Yay.
Okay, so go ahead and roll the hit.
Are you at 20? You're at 12. One sec. Gotta find the right one. This one's a 20. Okay. Ah, dang it.
What did you roll?
Let's see. I got a 7.
So, when you went and fired that arrow, you're not used to firing arrows that have extra weight on them. You're not sure if it's the heat that caused you to mess up or the weight added on to the broadhead. But instead, you landed that arrow right here.
Is it still on fire?
It is still on fire, but you're not sure how long it's going to be on fire.
Okay.
And you moved already 17 feet roughly.
I can't throw anything because I've already done something, right?
Correct, unless you have a bonus action that allows you to attack.
No, mine's Hunter's Mark, which I think I have to hit for that.
Read it.
I always have it prepared. Cast it twice. It just says I always have it prepared, so that means I can use it?
So, let's go ahead and...
It's force damage.
Okay, so Hunter's Mark. Doesn't that also give you advantage on attacks?
I can cast it twice without expending a spell slot and regain expended uses of it when I do a long rest.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and when you click on Hunter's Mark, it says you magically mark one creature you can see within range as your quarry. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 force damage to the target whenever you hit it with an attack roll. You also have advantage on any wisdom, which is perception or survival check you make to find it. If the target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can take a bonus action to move the mark to a new creature you see within range. So, pretty much what that does is you can cast it and it allows you to do extra damage whenever you hit it.
I'm gonna do that thing.
Okay, so which one are you marking? The one that was originally attacking you, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep trying to whittle down that one.
Okay, so just make note somewhere.
Yeah, ooze 1.
Okay, and I think
it does damage the first time though with a d6 roll.
I don't see that on there.
It shows it on mine.
It
says damage is 1d6.
So
and then it puts the mark on it.
You deal an extra 1d6 force damage to the target whenever you attack it with a roll.
Oh, okay.
So, but being that it's 6 o'clock already, let's finish up this round of combat, which means that once it hits Zeph's turn, we will call it stream. So let's go to the next slime, the one that you just tried attacking. And let's see here, how far away, are you moving again, or are you staying where you're at?
I think I'm gonna move slightly back to, like, if you look, you go down 1 over 2.
So down 1 over to, like, right here?
Right there, yeah.
You want to move right here. Okay.
Yeah.
So to your current 17 feet, add another 11 feet. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy, he sees Gray. He's coming in. He is now within 5 feet. And he's going to try to hit you with a pseudopod. So, does a 16 hit?
A 16 does hit.
Okay.
What?
So it does 11. No, 6 plus 5 plus 2. That's 13 points of bludgeoning damage. And 4 points of acid damage.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any reactions that you need to take at all?
Well, no, my bonus actions are to hide, disengage, or dash, so that doesn't do anything here, and
okay.
Can't really help anyone at the moment, so.
Okay, Dave. Back to you and your 2 problems.
Well, I hit him earlier and they did not multiply, so that means bludgeoning works.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna get punchy again. I would like to.
Same deal. If I roll a 70 or higher, you're able to hit both of them in this one shot. Are you raging at all?
No, not in this moment, but I sure could.
I would suggest it.
Cool. I'm raging.
Okay. So,
Don't
70
get
or
glad, get
higher.
mad.
80. You're able to hit both of them. So with the rage, is that where it does an extra 2 points of damage to each of them? So instead of 4 points, it does 6? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And Danny.
gonna move this time because either way I'm getting hit. So may as well hopefully not get hit the next time.
So how much do you want to move?
I just want to get out of their range. So move me like 20 feet. No, don't move me 20 feet. Move me.
Well, otherwise
like
20
10
feet's
feet.
like this way.
Yeah.
Further away from the group, closer to the group.
Just dang it, I'll just stay. It's fine.
Okay. Does rage do anything else on your turn? Or is it just gives you immunity or gives you resistance and advantage?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, good to know. So
Yeah. When those slimes go to hit me, it's gonna be helpful.
okay. And Gray.
All right. Well, I was going to shoot at one of the other two, but since I got one right on top of me, I'm going to take this fire arrow that I've made and shoot at the one right next to me.
Okay, it hits. How much damage does it do? You're at point blank range.
Okay, so I get the regular piercing plus the
1d6.
extra d6 for the fire, right?
Yes.
All right. 5 piercing, 2 fire.
5 piercing, 2 fire. Okay, and this is the one that was the south wall.
Mm-hmm.
So 7 points. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
And then I will disengage and I will run across the way to the opposite wall, the one that I'm kind of the wall I'm facing here.
Okay.
All the way down as far as I can.
Which is right about
I've got 30 so
feet. Okay.
which will put me out of their ranges.
Okay, so you got
So I
30
can get in position to start making another arrow.
Okay. So that goes to this guy. Good chance to move because this guy's now moving forward. It's 10 feet. He gets over here. This guy is right here. And he's gonna reach up and there's a 17 hit. Dave, does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Okay. So the damage, 7 points of bludgeoning damage. Do with it as you will.
Reduced to 3 because you're raging.
And
Okay.
2 points of acid damage.
Reduced to 1.
So 4. All right.
Wow.
That's why you wanted to rage, to reduce that damage.
Yeah, that was very smart.
Yeah, because that's... so damage resistance is resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing, not acid.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my mistake.
So 2 points of acid, so you took 5 points of damage. Yep.
Got it.
And that brings us to the final person in the turn of Zephyrin. Being that he saw it working so far, he's going to cast that Sacred Flame again on the one that just attacked. Can I actually make a dexterity saving throw to save my life? Holy crap, I did a 15. That means I still take some damage, just not nearly as much. I take 1 point of damage. Okay. And that's the original east one. Okay. And that is where we're going to end combat. Starting up with the slime. So, no one died. How's everyone looking?
Not good.
Not good.
At least I have no ouchies on me.
At least I have no ouchies on you.
I'm alright. I mean,
I have more than enough to
staying.
make up for yours.
I'm sure. Well, I got plenty of ouchies before this whole thing started, so I think I'm set.
So, Emily, you remember the last time we ran this with our friends up in PR? How many times did you guys split the slime before you realized that they split with types of damage? Do you remember?
A lot.
They had 8 of them.
Oof.
I had a feeling they'd split.
Between 3 people, there was 8 of them. Before they finally figured it out. So you guys figured it out pretty quick.
Yeah.
So as we finish up this stream, let's just go around and do our typical, who do you think was the star of today's episode and why? Starting with Mr. Gray.
All right. Right now, I'd have to say probably Lashira, because she's the one who came up with the idea for the burning arrows, because Gray was certain that his shocking grasp would actually do damage against these things.
Okay. Dave.
I would say the same. I think Lashira as well. That was super creative to take a turn and light your arrows on fire.
And finally, Lashira.
I'm going with Dave because she's just straight up punching slime.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I just did nothing else.
I was like, why don't you turn the axe sideways and smack it with the flat of the blade?
Jeez. Yeah, that's... Yeah, because that would...
that's slashing damage.
Even if it's the flat side?
Mm-hmm, because a blade is a blade. If it if you don't hit properly with it, it's gonna slap.
I was considering that as well, but I didn't want to take the chance.
Or if you flip it over so it's a blunt end of the thing and go like a pool cue?
Yep. Pretty much.
That
Yeah,
is
unfortunate.
it's about weapon, isn't it? Like,
Yeah,
if the weapon does slashing, then like it's slashing pretty much.
Mm-hmm. So let's do this job.
I do have one. Okay. Cool.
Well, we're gonna.
I know
go
what
ahead.
I'm doing next. I know what I'm doing next time.
So we will be on next Sunday. Today was actually a makeup session for missing last week. So we will be back on next Sunday at 3 p.m. Zeph should be back. If you guys are looking at getting into playing Dungeons & Dragons, I did have a member have to drop just because she has family coming up. So if you want to play, definitely reach out to me and we can get you plugged in. If you're a veteran at the game but you want to play a brand new character and have a spot where you can ask questions and make the Dungeon Master feel inadequate, this is definitely the perfect place to have it. But we're going to go ahead and get raided into Jay. He is streaming right now. Looks like he's got some guests on his channel. Pat, I will have to look into seeing if we're specifically using the flat edge of the blade. But logically, I think a blade is still a blade, and if you go to roll a hit and I'm going to say if you fail, it's probably going to count as hitting with the sharp side. So, but I'll double check on that. But let's go ahead and get right into Jay. It looks like he's got some special guests. And until next time, we hope that you guys roll nat 20s. If you're around on Wednesday, don't forget to check out Age of Ash and Scale, which is led by our awesome Dungeon Master Rory in a completely homebrew world. We hope you have a great day and a good rest of your week. And I gotta go 9 seconds. 8, 7, and there we go. Raid now.